and heal.
Thank you so much, Julie. You remember Pastor last week? She really blessed us. And
So
she
much.
even, she gave us a lot of, she enlightened us and we understood. We got to understand things that we didn't know. With my age, I'm turning 43 years the next month.
You're growing old.
I'm growing young.
Yeah.
I'm growing old. So with my age, I learned a lot in as much as I did counseling in theology, but she did counseling in the other level. She is a professional counselor and psychologist. So by the grace of God, God has been helping Julie so much in the issue of marriages. And we decided that we are going to make meetings. We are going to bring counseling meetings in our churches.
Yes.
And we are going to invite you, Julie. So karibu sana. Allow me to go a little bit back. Thank you. So before we start, we have I just want to read something here which is Good Home Supremacy. Those who are in Kenya, this is a company that is inviting you to go. You want to rent houses, you want to rent buildings for businesses, maybe houses to let, maybe you want to have your own house. They offer this a lease. They do what we call a lease. So they offer the services, and their offices are located in Nakuru, Eshima. That is Gate Plaza 1. First floor. So their contact is 0706 300 450, 0704 300 450, 0706 300 450. Good Hope Supremacy, making it easier for you. You need a house for business, you need a house for your family, you want to rent. They will also help you. Even you need to buy a land and build an orphanage, build your house, whatever you want, build a school, they will help you. Good Hope Supremacy, Good Home Supremacy here in Nakuru. They offer good services. You are most welcome. So welcome, Pastor. How have you been?
I've been great.
How was your week?
My week has been powerful.
Yes.
The Lord has been good.
Thank you.
I'm really so grateful.
How is your wife and your kids?
She's doing well.
Thank you. Julie, how is your
Hallelujah.
family?
My family is okay, thank
Yes.
God.
Yes.
And I've had a productive week
Yes.
since when we were together.
Yes.
I thank God for everything.
Yes. And Pastor, I hope we tried to work on what Julie told us about our marriages. Yeah.
Actually,
We are talking about a lot of mistrust in marriage and
of
trust.
Yes.
I know you worked you worked something in your home.
It's been a work in progress.
Yes.
It's not something that you can say,
Yes.
I take it as an event.
Yes.
It's a progress.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, every other day is a new day.
Yes.
Like God says, is a new beginning.
Hmm.
And his mercies are new.
Yes.
So every other day we see his forgiveness.
Yes.
Every other day we receive more love
Yes.
and comfort
Mhm.
and healing,
Mhm.
and it's becoming more better
Yes.
every other day.
Yeah, we really learned a lot. Julie, you really helped us, and I came to realize that I have a lot to work in my family
So much.
in regarding to trust issues, and thank you so much, because whatever you taught us, I didn't know about it for all these 40 years.
Wow.
I learned last week a lot of things, and I tell you the truth. Whatever I was thinking, we are coming to discuss. The issue is we are discussing help families.
Yes.
And whatever I knew about mistrust, the cause of trust, the trust issues in families, I learned new things last week. She really opened our eyes, and one thing that happened, my wife was so happy. And my wife is finding time to come and buy you a cup of coffee. Yes, she was really, my wife is a counselor as well, and she said this is what we need in this generation. Thank you so much, because you opened our eyes, and we are here today. And now today we decided we're gonna do a break.
Yes.
Today we are not going to share about the cause of or the trust issues, what caused mistrust in marriages.
Yes.
But today we are going to share a different thing. And as we are sharing with Julie, we saw it's better this week. We are celebrating the world is celebrating what we call Valentine. And if I may ask
It's a
you,
love
Pastor,
day.
so before even I ask you a question, today we'll be discussing about beyond flowers.
Yes.
Valentine, we think about flowers. We're not talking about Valentine. I know you're waiting for your wife to buy you flower. or you buy a flower. I don't know who's going to buy who.
Yeah.
She's waiting, but she's going to enlighten us more about beyond flowers, loving our spouses beyond flowers. You see, so we are going to discuss about Valentine today. But even before we go on, what do you think? Because this week is Valentine's week.
Yes.
What do you think Valentine is? Before we give her that opportunity,
Valentine,
according to your understanding.
thank you so much. Valentine is a lot of things to so many people. To some of us, it's a day of love. To some of other people, it's a day of sharing. Others is giving. Others is the day they are going to dress nicely on that day.
Yes.
And then express themselves. So Valentine is to many, many things. But there is one thing, like what we are discussing today is all about. After 14th, there is life. How are you going to live after 14? In other words, everything that I'm going to do today, or after, or on that day 14th,
Yes.
it has to reflect in how I'm going to live after 14.
Yes.
Because I can't die on 14th. I can't be broken on 14th.
Yes.
I can't allow, if she does not give me a flower, to become
An enemy.
an enemy or to become something that is going to destroy my life.
Yes.
Because I never received a present from her or from those I think who love me.
Yes.
So there is life to live.
Yes.
And I think this day, 14th, also brings us to understand what truly love is. That is not a feeling, it's not an event.
Yes.
It's not something that, okay, today I feel excited, so I'm going to do things differently. No, it's beyond all that.
Yes.
It comes to what we call a decision. That someone has to make a decision. A decision that is going to affect his life now and tomorrow.
Okay.
A decision that is going to affect not only you and your partner, but the people that are involved in your relationship.
Yes.
Remember, we are talking about relationships. Some relationships are marriage relationships, some are friend relationships, and others include a lot of people part of it.
Yes.
So all that, the decision we are going to make has to affect them.
Okay.
So it has to be a wise decision, not a decision made out of feelings.
Yes. Wow. 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 Wow.
So I believe there is life
After
beyond
yeah.
flowers.
Flowers. Thank you so much. That's so
And
powerful.
remember, flowers, they wither, they dry.
Yes.
Today you have them, they are bright, they are good, they are smelling good. Tomorrow, they begin to dry.
Yes.
They begin to die.
Yes.
So you discover that what was joy today, tomorrow is not joy.
Yes.
But life has to go on.
Yes.
Life has to go on.
How about if I may say,
Yes.
we don't want to give our counselor. She will enlighten us more and more. We're going to ask her a lot of questions. But what do you think, like, if I may say, like, Valentine is every day? Because love is there every day between me and my wife and my kids. Love is always there. How about say every day is Valentine's Day? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Actually, that's what I've said.
Yes.
If you had it right,
Yes.
that's exactly what
What
it
you
is.
said, yes.
Because it's not a feeling, it's not an event,
Yes.
but you must make a decision
Okay.
that is going to reflect you in today,
Yes.
tomorrow, and the days to come.
Yes. So to all our viewers, thank you so much. Now, Pastor H.P. William was giving us definition of Valentine, what she understands on about 14th. It is beyond flowers. You want to look at Valentine beyond flowers, you know, how to love spouses, our spouses, in a godly way, in the way we should do it, in an appropriate way.
And you know,
Yes.
sorry to cut you, do you know that there are some people who don't even know about Valentine?
Yes, definitely.
they don't know about that day.
Mhm.
It's you who knows it.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's
So we are going to help them also to know
yes,
that there is a day
yes, yes.
when you have to put off the African way
Yeah,
mindset,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then you put on another mindset
exactly.
that
Yeah.
appreciates what you have
Yes,
for that day.
that's very true.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So we welcome you. You'll answer. You'll ask questions. Put it on the text TV, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, YouTube. Put it on a text. You can ask any question as we continue. Getting understanding. So thank you so much. Welcome, Julie. Now give us the definition of Valentine. We see it beyond flowers. Yes.
You know, when we get into the month of February,
Mhm.
people are always excited and they say we are celebrating the month of love.
Mhm.
And all the excitement to some people,
Mhm.
when 14th ends,
Yes.
that is where the excitement of love ends.
Mhm.
But today we are speaking about celebrating, appreciating,
Mhm.
loving our spouse
Mhm.
beyond the 14th.
Yes.
That we can make everyday Valentine's for us.
Mhm.
Because some people, if they can be asked, our viewers can tell us that, they can wish that Valentine's will be every day.
Yeah, you can use this microphone, please. Mhm.
Because on 14th, they'll be pampered.
Yes.
Their spouse will do so much for them that immediately 15th morning comes, they will not see that side of their spouse
Yes.
again.
Yes.
So they'll really wish this 14th, can it be prolonged? But it's unfortunate it cannot be.
Yes.
And that is why we are here to speak about loving your spouse, your partner, beyond Valentine's,
Yes.
beyond the flowers.
Yes.
Because as Pastor has said, the flowers will wither.
Yes.
But will the love in the relationship wither with the day? No.
Yes.
We have to make Valentine's every day. And that's why we are here this evening
Yes.
to speak about loving our spouse unconditionally. Because love in marriage is about protection,
Yes.
care, being intentional every day, that you're going to understand this person no matter what.
Yes.
There are days when you wake up and you don't want to see your spouse. You don't want to talk to them. But even in those circumstances, in the turmoils of life, will you still love this person? So that is what we are going to speak about today and
Yes.
learn.
Yes.
How are we going to love our spouse intentionally every day?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's very powerful. Intentionally every day.
Every day.
Someone has to take that.
Yes.
Intentionally
Every
every
day.
day. In other words, you're not loving them simply because they are beautiful.
Yes.
Actually, you chose them because they are beautiful. So that is not a case.
Yes.
But the intention, you are intentionally loving them.
Yes.
Because there is something beyond beauty, by the way.
Yes.
And also, in this period of time, a lot of young men and women,
Yes.
we do a lot of mistakes. Simply because we are still young, energetic,
Yes.
beautiful. Everything on us is still standing
Yes.
and strong. But we forget that, like Pastor Clopas here is 40, and hallelujah, tomorrow you're going to be
41.
40,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you are not going to be sweet 16,
Yes.
you're not going to be sweet 20. A lot of things are going to be changing.
Yes. Yes.
But the intention, that's why I love what she has said.
Yes.
Intentionally loving
Loving.
them.
Wow. And I think the intentionally, it's not with the local, it's because it is intentional.
Yes.
Intentional, day in, one day at a time. So, and that's why we want now to bring it back now to the introduction.
Yeah.
Now come and give us introduction, Julie. Yes.
There are so many ways that you can show love to your spouse in marriage. There are ways that will bring happiness, and there are ways that your partner may not feel fulfilled. So it also depends with the intentionality that you have of loving your spouse. Are you doing it the right way? Because sometimes people think that my language of love to my spouse might not be what his expectation is. I think last week we spoke about unmet needs in marriage.
Yes.
So I might be doing something and it's not going well with you. So there are those principles that are general, and there are those ones that will zero in to the particular person.
Yes.
Because there are things I will do to my spouse and it is okay. There are things he will do to me and it is unmet need, it is not okay.
Yes.
So also learning your spouse intentionally also to understand will help you to love them the right way.
Yes.
So we cannot put that these are the rules. When you do this, it is the right way. Whatever we will share this evening, let everyone reflect which one falls and works better for them.
Yes.
Because everything cannot work for everyone. Even if our topic is loving your spouse right, there are things that your spouse will not even be concerned if you do for them. Like there are people, if you buy them flowers on that 14th, they'll see it like a waste of money.
Yes, yes.
And there's someone, if you don't buy them that flowers, they'll feel so bad it will become a problem for so long.
Yes.
So in marriage, it depends with individuals. It's not, we cannot blanketly say that this is the right way for everyone. So you just pick what works with you and you go with it,
Yes.
and your marriage will be fulfilled and
Yes.
happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing, Pastor. That's amazing. That means you should understand what your wife or your husband.
And we talked about that last time.
Yes.
Creating time or creating the curricula of your partner.
Yes.
Studying them, understanding. You may never understand them fully, but you need to understand a few things about them,
Yes.
because it helps you to serve them or to live with them in peace. If I know there are certain things you like, until you tell me I don't like it, I'll give you what you like.
Yes.
Because I know every time I give you what you like, your heart is full of joy.
Yes.
And if your heart is full of joy, the house is full of joy.
Yes.
There is excitement everywhere.
Yes.
Why? Because you are ministered to what you love,
Yes.
you know. So, and I love what she has said, because it's very important for our dear viewers and those that are watching us to take note of it.
Yes.
You see, there is a life beyond, but that life beyond flowers is not what you are going to create now. It's what you have been preparing for.
Yes.
You get it? Because it's not an event. This 14th will come,
Yes.
will go.
Yes.
But this person, you're going to remain with them for the next 364 or 65 days, minus this Valentine. And you're going to love them intentionally. You're going to protect them intentionally. But there is something she said, understanding what I love, or having knowledge of what I love. You may not give it to me, because sometimes it may require a lot. Finances are involved, you know.
Yes.
Sacrifices are involved. And you may not be in position to do that. But that little that moves you towards what I need,
Yes.
that little,
Yes.
that contribution, that little contribution that moves you
Yes.
towards what I love,
Yes.
is what now bonds us together and makes us walk together.
So it's the little things that matters.
Exactly.
It is not that much, but that little thing that you give to your spouse.
Kwa Kiswahili tunasema hiyo hatua.
Yes.
Hiyo hatua. That one step towards the things each one of us love.
Yes.
Because a flower, she has said it, you may bring me flowers and it's a wastage of time.
It withers within
You
the
know,
next day.
actually, if you give me a flower like me now, H.P. Williams, you know, my wife knows. That's why she has never bought one.
I think we men
Yeah?
we don't like flowers.
You know?
Julie,
Yeah.
men we don't like flowers. Giving me flower is just a waste of time.
But there are things
But, yeah,
she
exactly.
does to me,
Mhm.
and let me tell you, I will carry it everywhere.
Yes.
Huh? I will not tell everyone she
Mhm.
bought it,
Mhm.
but just by realizing I've changed my fashion,
Yes.
you will know
Yes.
someone important did it for me.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And there are also things I do for her,
Mm.
and you see her joy, her
Mm.
excitement,
Yes.
even her love way.
Mhm.
Because love is a walk,
Mhm.
and it's an expression.
Yes.
You know, her expression of love changes.
Mhm.
You know, you can go to your wife, and the way she's cooking food today, you just have to go and watch news.
Mhm. Ah.
You know, there are no music, there is nothing. It's like the house someone died.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
and there is a day you come,
Mhm.
and you want to stay in the kitchen just to know,
Yes.
what
Yes.
is she cooking,
Mhm.
what happened through her day,
Yes.
because there is so much joy.
Mhm.
The atmosphere
Mhm.
itself is welcoming.
Yes. Oh wow, that's amazing. And that brings us to now. We're not talking. We're not. We are when we are talking about Valentine being the day. It's beyond flowers. You know, loving our. You know, it's the love day. It's a love day. That's what we explain. We say it's a day for loving
Love.
one another. Although we have said it is everyday thing to love. You know, but now, Julie, can you elaborate to us what do you understand by when we are talking about love or loving your spouse? What we understand by that term, love, because this is the day for lovers, for people who love one another. What do we understand by that term? Maybe when we can start by saying it is a day for people, for loving, showing love. What do we understand by that? Maybe give us a deeper meaning of that.
Loving your spouse is being caring,
Mhm.
being understanding,
Mhm.
being protecting.
Mhm.
You protect them,
Mhm.
you understand them.
Mhm.
It's not, I will understand my husband
Mhm.
more than someone else will understand them.
Yes.
And when you also protective of them,
Mhm.
I protect you
Mhm.
when you're there and when you're not there.
Yes.
That shows that you value this person or you love them, and also being a safe space for them.
Mhm.
There are couples or spouses that if one appears, you can see the body language of the other person, it goes down,
Yes.
or they become so afraid, or even if they were talking,
Mhm.
they just shrink.
That's
So I'm supposed to, if I love my spouse, I'm supposed to be a safe space for them, that I can express myself without fearing if I'll be judged by my spouse or not. I can express my mistakes without expecting condemnation,
Mhm.
but either correction or understanding.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wow, wow. That's a deeper meaning of love. That's a very, very deeper meaning, and that's why we should ask ourselves, the way Julie is telling us, do we practice it daily, or is it something that you learn every day, or is it something that we've been practicing it? Because we found like someone comes and tells you that my wife doesn't love me, my husband doesn't love me, but to me, someone comes and maybe when my wife comes and says that I don't love her, I get not to understand what she's talking about, because now I provide everything. I'm protecting her, but I wonder, but someone, maybe she keeps saying that I don't love her.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I ask myself, well, sometimes you go to an answer asking, what do I not do? What have I not done in this? What have I not done that you may say that I don't love
I
you?
don't love it.
So you see, like the way she's just explaining that love is wide.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that you should not omit there that you have been telling us even today, Walimu, is intentional. There should be intentionality there.
Yes.
Of loving. Like sometimes I remember I had this thing with my wife, and she could see there was a gap. I noticed there is a gap, but I came to understand, to most of our wives, what they understand by love is time. They need time. You may buy gifts, but don't buy me flowers. Like to me, like for example, my love language is not a gift. It's not a way, it's respect. But now to them, it's time, you know. So every time she could say that her language of love is time. You see, and that's why I think she's saying that it is all rounded.
All rounded.
It is all rounded. So I think that's a deeper meaning of love.
Actually, as she was saying, something I picked out of it. Very simple, but I think if someone practices it, it can be of great help. Because when we are talking of this thing, love, I want you to look where you began from. There are things that activated you and pulled you towards that person. So if we can live each day by trying never to omit those things, you know, never to omit those things that pulled us to that person, the things that brought us together, that now we are living under one house, you know, we need to learn how to reactivate those things on a daily basis. Sometimes, Pastor Clopas, we forget that those days you were pursuing after her, it did not matter the distance. You created time to leave from Nakuru to go to Bungoma.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Just to, hi, how are you?
Yes.
Are you okay? I'm going back. That's all.
Yes.
You could not sleep without a call or a text. You know? And those days when there were no phones, you know, at least you could send a mail. You know?
Yes.
You could try your level best, at least otume rafiki yako.
Yes,
Omwambie, please go and check, is she okay? You know? Why are those things no longer there? So me, I believe that's what keeps love.
Yes.
Keeping I will not call it the norm, but practicing the activation of those things that pulled us together.
Yes.
You know, I love to talk to her because when we began, it was a talk.
Yes.
So can we continue talking?
And coming to that question, the way you just asked, saying, Pastor,
Yes.
coming to that question, when you were dating, when your husband, Kuria, was dating you, I wanted to say I remember, but I don't. I wanted to say I remember. I don't want to lie, you know. I wanted to say that I remember, but now I know that I don't remember. So I wasn't there. Now, when her husband was dating her,
Yes.
I don't want to use the word I remember, but maybe she remembers. Maybe they used to make calls like overnight.
The whole night.
The whole night they could. But now, you see, now when you're talking about love, now how long they could make a call until the phone could go off because of love. Now,
and they charge it and they continue talking.
Where did that thing go, Julie? We must ask about it, because now there is no longer. She will just call you. He will just call you. Maybe today he called you only once. How are you doing? Bring me some stuff in the office. That's how that off. What do you think is that? Why do you kuna mazoea? Where did hii mazoea ilitokea wapi? What do you think it came from?
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Cleopas. I wanted to use that word, familiarity.
Familiarity, yeah.
The more we stay with our spouse, tunafika mahali tunakuwa na mazoea na yule mwingine. That there are people, whether you, as long as azile utafika nyumbani, that's when they remember, haya, there's a man in this house.
Yes.
Because you're so used to each other, and this familiarity sometimes births contempt. That you're just familiar with someone, you take them now casually. They no longer bring the vibe that they had when you were beginning.
Yes.
And then also the issues of life. Sometimes life becomes so much. We carry so much out of life that even we forget those sweet things that we are supposed to do for our spouse.
Yes.
Like you might not be able to get someone a flower, a shirt and all that, but affirming them every day,
Yes.
that you look good. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate that you're the father. Even if the dad does homework with the children, you just
Yes.
say, I appreciate that you've
Oh,
taken
wow.
your time to do homework with the children, that you've taken your time to do this and this for us. Those small things that you do for your spouse cultivate love to grow and to continue, and that fire might be inakuwa rekindled all the time than when we go so much with familiarity.
Yes.
Because familiarity makes you take things for granted.
That's true.
You no longer appreciate anything. You
Everything
just
has
think it
become
is
usual.
Yeah,
It's
it is
usual.
usual for you. And that's why you'll find people who have maybe lost their spouse and they've been widowed or widower. They always say, I wish angekaa tu ni mwanange than now that I'm not seeing them. You know, because you've gotten to a point of now absence. You know that that person, even them just coming so that you see them,
Yes.
was important.
Yes.
So because we are cultivating loving our spouse in the right way, according to our different personalities and our different lives, let us appreciate each other. Just affirm them that it is okay.
It's okay.
Because sometimes when I go out and the world, you know, the world out is cruel and no one cares about anyone. We might think that people care so much about us, but they don't. If anything happens to you, that's when you always know, hey, na kumbe nakuanga na watu nikifikiria wanaweza nibeba, but it is not as that. But when you come back home, that is your safe haven.
Yes.
You expect to be embraced. People will embrace you with your mistakes, with your flaws, and with your everything.
Yes.
So, as you come back home, you expect someone to tap your back and tell you it will be well.
Yes.
Today you did good, but tomorrow is still
Yes.
another day for you to
Yes,
try.
yes, yes.
So those little things that we do for each other, and then just be intentional in everything that you're doing.
Yes.
Because even if you want to cut weight, for example, and you say, now I'll be going to gym, I'll be walking, I'll start eating well and all that. If you've not made up in your mind and decided that that is what you're going to do, that's why you will take salad today and feel like I'm so hungry, you'll not even finish the day.
Yes.
Again, tomorrow you'll say you'll walk. If you walk to a few meters and feel you're tired, again you stop.
Yes.
So you'll stop that journey and you'll not go forward with it.
Yes.
The same with marriage. You have decided from the beginning,
Yes.
I'm going to be intentional to love my spouse.
Yes.
I'm not going to breed that familiarity.
Yes.
That you get to a point that you no longer care about your spouse.
Yes.
You no longer care about their feelings. You know, when you give your spouse emotional safety,
Yes.
where they know if I come back to you,
Yes.
I'll be vulnerable and you are not going to judge me.
Yes.
You are not going to criticize me.
Yes.
You're going to cover my back.
Yes.
That way, you'll walk a journey that you'll not take your spouse for granted,
Yes.
but you'll value them.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so powerful, Pastor. That is so powerful to understand that. Because now you see now she's taking out to the next level. Because now when we understand, when we understand a thing, the abuse is no longer there.
It's not.
Because now we have understood, and that's why you see, I think Julie, some of the things that happens in our marriages, Pastor, HP, it is because we do not have that understanding.
Yeah.
And when we have understanding, because right now I'm learning, whatever she's telling us, I am learning. Whatever you're speaking, I'm learning. Because, she has been in marriage for, she said, I think 20 years.
It's
I don't know,
18
18 years.
this
And
year.
you have been there, I think, 20 years. How many years?
14 now.
14. You see me, I've been in marriage now. We're celebrating our anniversary this month. So you can send me flowers. So you see we're celebrating this month, But now it's like 7 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm learning a lot. And that's why you see most of us, we do some of the things in our marriage, there is not that love because we do not know. But when we are enlightened in our understanding,
Yes.
now we come to understand now how are we going to work together. And that's why I think even the Bible says that we cannot walk together
Unless
they agree.
Yes.
There must be an agreement between the husband and wives. And you'll remember, whatever we are doing, we remember the Bible says that we live in a multitude of witnesses.
Yes.
So the kids are their witnesses. They are seeing what
is going on?
what's going on.
Yes.
What's going on? They are learning from you, and that's why when this girl has grown up, she wants to be in a relationship. She will want to find a husband, a fiancé,
Yes.
or a boyfriend or a girlfriend who is exactly like his father, maybe like her father.
Yes.
Why? Because he knows that my dad loves my mom.
Exactly.
So she's looking her dad in this boyfriend. Why? Because there is something that they are learning. So whatever we are saying is that when we are discussing this, we are understanding, and this is something that is giving us a lot of understanding.
Wow.
And now, Pastor HP, it brings us to what Julie is saying. Would you mind to tell us, Julie, when we are talking about how can you tell us what is loving our spouses the right way? When we are talking about loving our spouses the right way,
right way.
what is that right way? Because it simply means there is always not loving our spouses the right way. You see what I'm saying? Because now you think you have done everything.
Yes.
Then your wife, now this is what, let me give you this one before you tell us loving our spouses the right way. Pastor, you don't laugh at me because the same thing has happened to you. Now let me tell you, one time I did this. My wife wanted time. She always tell me that, oh, you are too busy with friends, you are going, because I do a lot of ministry. I'm out evangelism most of the time. I'm doing the orphanage, I'm doing the children's, I love children, serving with the children. I'm a pastor, I'm doing this, I'm this. So one day she told me that I'm just praying that one day God will allow you to give me time. I said, because now she was like, every time I go, because I'm tired and I just want to freshen up and go and sleep and rest. I'm not giving her time wholly. I don't give her time. So now she wanted time. Now the next day I said, I'm gonna give you time. I locked the house. We stayed inside the whole day. I couldn't even see the sunlight. So because now we have the bathroom inside the house, so I stayed in. So I stayed until, I remember, something like 5:30 or 6 in the evening. So in the evening I wondered, how is my wife like? She cannot even appreciate me, and I've given the whole time, 8 to 10 hours. This is what she said. I asked her, dear honey, why don't you even appreciate me? But do you know, this is what she told me. I think my microphone is working.
Yes.
So this is what she told me, that honey, you have not given me even a second of your time. I just looked at her. What are you talking about? A second of your time? I asked myself, God, who did I get married to? Now I wanted to know. This is what she told me, that the entire time from morning 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. what have you been doing? You have just been resting on the chair with your phone. Looking at the football match.
Yeah.
Your phone, music, everything. I wanted my time with you, my time one-on-one. Ask me about my life. Ask me what I'm feeling. Ask me. Now I came and understood. That's why she's bringing us to. We want us to tell us, when you're talking about loving the spouses the right way, because this is the week of Valentine, what do you mean by loving them the right way?
Love without respect is control. So respecting.
Come again. That's a very powerful one. Pastor, you write somewhere inside your heart.
Yes.
Inside your heart.
Love without respect becomes control. So when we respect our spouse, is loving them the right way. Even when we have animals, we stay with them. They have their rights.
Yes.
You can be sued, but not in Kenya, for violating the rights of the animals.
Yes.
Because anything that God created, you cannot just handle it anyhowly,
Yes.
with disregard and all that. So when we respect our spouses, we are loving them the right way.
Yes.
You can respect your spouse by respecting their boundaries. There are times that you'll feel you don't want to talk, but that is when Julie has a lot to say.
Yes.
So you might request, I've had a long day, I would just prefer to have my quiet time.
Yes.
And I allow you to have that.
Yes.
It might seem so little, But sometimes we always reach a point that you want to rejuvenate yourself, you want kujisikiza. Sijakosa kukuongelesha kwa sababu ni madharau, but sometimes I might talk and vent out to you whatever I'm processing.
Yes.
So wakati nitanyamaza and you've given me time, I will process whatever I'm processing for myself.
Yes.
And then we can go on with our life.
Yes.
Instead of your spouse needs time and you need talk, we might have conflict of interest, and that it is a later confrontation.
Yes.
So you respect the boundary of your spouse, and also you respect their needs. There are things that are personal, especially being whatever might be personal for women might not be personal for men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You respect that, and also give your spouse time. You are talking about time so much.
We don't understand.
Give time.
We don't understand.
That is quality. You might come in the house in the evening. We've not met until 9. That's when you're coming. So even if you give us 5 minutes or 15, that you're not on your phone, you're not on anything, you want to know how we are, you want to know anything we need and all that. Sometimes we stay so much together, we become so familiar with each other that I'll not ask you what you need.
Yes.
I'll not ask you how you are. As long as you've come in the evening and I've seen you're okay, you are full, there's nothing broken in you, it's fine. But people are going through a lot, and outside I may not find someone who will have any concern with me.
Yes.
But you as my spouse, do you have any concern of me?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah? Are you interested in what is happening in my world,
Yes.
in my life? Because sometimes you might fail in so many things, and there's no one who cares.
Yes.
And that is how you always find people will even go into depression or commit suicide. And you'll ask, these people were so happy.
Yes.
What happened? What caused it? But it is because we are in the same place, but everyone is in their own world.
Oh, wow.
So we just meet for common interests, but my personal life, I don't have that safe place
Yes.
to pour out.
Yes.
And also sometimes you might not be able to pour out to your spouse because you are afraid they are going to judge you,
Yes.
they are going to condemn you, or they are
Yes.
going to criticize you, or they are going to put you in a black book somewhere.
Yes.
Because sometimes I might tell you my weakness, and then that is the only thing you'll be capitalizing on.
Yes.
So if I do something else, you bring that.
Yes.
This is, and all that.
Yes.
So it also becomes hard for you to love that person.
That's true.
Because if you don't respect me as a human being, as a human being, there are things that you need.
Yes.
There are things that someone else should do for you, and you don't feel offended.
Yes.
So you choose, what am I going to do to my spouse that will not offend them? Can I tell them my mistakes or my weakness and I will not feel bad? I'll just talk honestly. Yeah.
Wow, Pastor.
That's so deep and
That is
very
so deep.
powerful. I love the way she has brought it.
Yes.
Very, very powerful. Respect. That word respect, I think many of us, we have, how can I use it, diluted it. And
We
you
are
see,
abusing that word.
we are abusing that word because she began by making a statement that love without respect becomes control.
Yes.
And that's what most of the time we use. We demand respect. Respect is not demanded. Respect is deserved. You don't demand it.
Yes.
It's deserved. And if you deserve something, you work towards it.
Yes. Love without respect becomes control.
Yes.
That should be our word this
But
week.
the statement I've said, someone has to listen to it.
Yes.
I said respect is not demanded,
It is not demanding, yeah.
is deserved.
Yes. Wow.
And whatever you deserve, you work towards it.
Can you also say that respect is earned?
Exactly. and whatever is earned, you work towards it. In other words, it's not something that you're going to say, I want this shirt,
Yes.
you know, and you
Yes.
get it.
Yes.
No, it is something you work towards it.
Yes.
It takes effort. It takes labor. It takes submission. It takes understanding.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
that's a scripture that I was looking down here on my phone, Ephesians 5:21,
Yes.
that says, submit to one another.
Yes.
I love that part alone, you know, because we now men go to the other part, wives submit,
Yes.
and then we take that as a rule,
Yes.
as a command. So that which is supposed to be appreciated in our life will now begin to control.
Oh man.
And when you are controlling that which is supposed to be an appreciation in your life, you lose it. It loses value.
Yes.
It loses its essence, its beauty. It is no longer in its full functionality.
Yes.
Why? Because you're squeezing it, yet you're supposed to nourish it, build it,
Yes.
encourage it.
Yes.
You know, and that's she's talked about time, and I made the statement down here. I thank God for your testimony. Many men that has happened. It's not a story
I know even
where our wives came to us and they said,
You don't give me
you
time.
don't give me time, and you're asking which time. You know, I came back early. I've sat in the chair.
I've given you money.
I'm there. I've given you everything.
Yes.
You know, what time are you looking for? But I came to realize that there is a difference between talking and communicating. A lot of us, we know how to talk,
Yes.
but very few of us know how to communicate. And why is it so? That so many know how to talk, but they are not good in communicating.
Communication, yeah.
Why? Because of what comes with communication.
Yes.
Communication, one has to deliberately put themselves in the position of listening.
Yes.
Listening. I have to listen to what you're saying.
Yes.
I have to listen to your feelings. She has said it. I have to listen to how you feel. Your emotions must be a voice I can listen to.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's why you will never. Some of our partners or wives or husbands, they will never tell you, I want a shirt. But they will tell you. It's just that you're not listening. And I always tell women, and especially when we are dealing with couples meetings, I always tell them, when someone speaks to you once, you need to listen twice. Because when they repeat the same thing the third time, they really meant what they said at the first time.
Yes. Wow.
To men, it becomes a different story. To women, because why am I saying to men is a different story? If a man tells you, I love porridge, you know, and you say, porridge, it takes time to cook it.
Yes.
Yes, I don't like porridge, me myself. Are you going to take? But that's what they want.
Yes.
They are not asking you to take porridge with them.
Yes.
They are simply telling you they love it.
Yes.
Give it to them. But if they say it once, twice, the third time, their communication will be in action. They will look for Mama Mande somewhere, kwa kibanda, who sells porridge, and they will take porridge from there.
Now not at home, but they will go and take porridge somewhere out.
Because that which they cannot communicate, someone else can listen to
Yes,
them.
yes.
When now comes to the women, why I'm calling it another story. The women, when they know that you're not listening to them, they break down. It becomes a breakdown. Everything within them shuts down. It doesn't matter how you're going to treat them,
Yes.
whether you take them to a dinner that Sunday,
She
you know,
completely shuts down.
there is a shutdown within them. And if you prolong that shutdown
Their feelings.
by your failure
Yes.
to listen, you know, that takes time
Yes.
for me to listen to you, to listen to your feelings,
Yes.
to listen to your emotions,
Yes.
to listen to what you're saying. Sometimes my wife has given me a story more than 20 times. I still sit down. I never tell her that one you told me last week.
Yes.
I don't tell her because I'm learning. I'm learning to listen to her.
Yes.
Because why is she giving me that story again and
And
again and again? Probably there is something I've not done
Yes.
on my side.
Yes.
I've not introduced her to a new story.
Wow.
You get it?
Yes.
So that I can build her in a new story so that she can forget the story of her past. So I need to introduce her to something new.
Yes.
But I can't if I don't listen.
Yes.
So many of us are good at talking, but less
You're poor in listening.
poor in communication because of what communication requires. It requires, that is one of it, listening. And then number 2, communication is intentional, where we began from.
Yes.
And then number 3, communication requires time. You have to create it intentionally. I create time to listen to my children. I create time to listen to her intentionally. Why? Because I need to learn them. They have become my curriculars. By studying them, I understand me better and how to respect them better.
Wow. Wow. You people, you know, this is a powerful topic. And we are really learning more and more and more and more. So it's like to all our TLTV viewers, because I know some are asking questions. I'm gonna read their questions and everything. I can see even my brother Dennis Rook from Florida. Thank you so much. They are watching. A lot of people are watching here. Priscilla, thank you so much, and all of us. And since most of us, they have a lot of questions because this is Valentine, we can now see, according to Julie, according to H.P. William, how to love our spouses the right way. And we have been told that submission should be mutual. And also, you said, come again, this word is really powerful. I think I'm going to put it in a comment in my WhatsApp. You said that something without respect is control. You said
Love without respect.
love without respect is control.
Control.
That's so powerful. I think I'm going to put it in my Facebook. Love without respect is control. So respect is mutual. It's not like you husbands, you know, we preach like that. You husband, love your wife. Wives, you shall submit. But I as a husband, I'm not supposed to submit to my wife. You know, that's what we are preaching water. And is it drinking wine or preach? Let me tell you. But now I have understood that it should be mutual.
Yes.
This is something that should not be separated, love and submission. So when we do that, we are loving our spouses the right way. Right, Julie? So as we take a short break of like 2 minutes, you'll come and tell us, when we are not talking about now we are not loving our spouses the right way, what do you mean? So you'll come and tell us, and maybe another point, and what is the implication of if there is no anymore, there is no love, what are the implications afterwards, you know? Or there is no understanding, what are the implications, you know? You can try and try and try and try, but this thing is not working, you know? Someone is not, thank you for this word, intentionality. There is not intentionality in our marriage. So what are the result, or what is the outcome? You'll come and tell us about that. So we are just going to take a break of 2 minutes. And before we take a break of 2 minutes, because I know we have We have a lot of people here watching us. Yeah, thank you so much. I know we're just taking 1 minute. Yeah, I can see Mamake Jaden from Qatar. Thank you so much. Tuned in, Stephen. We have Dennis Roop is watching. Dennis, thank you so much. Dennis, my brother, a friend. By the way, he's coming to Nakuru one of the days with the family. He's an American in Florida. Thank you so much. We are praying for you, brother. So we have Mtumishi Joel Njogona. Joel Njogona is a brother. He is a pastor. Thank you so much. You can see Tabitha is in. Priscilla is one of our daughters in the church. Thank you so much. Joseph, glory to God. Thank you. Peter Kamau tuned in. Pastor Peter Kamau, thank you so much. He was here in the afternoon. We had another show. Thank you so much. Lucy, thank you. This is an amazing topic. She's abroad as well. She's in Europe, I think. Thank you so much, Lucy. Vincent Vusu, powerful. Picking points. They are just writing picking points. And Job, Pastor Job, I know he's somewhere seeking the Lord. Yes, watching from somewhere in Kenya. I know where you are, brother. I'm not going to tell people. Thank you so much, Jamlek Ndani. So all of us, there are a lot of people that have tuned in. Thank you so much. And we are so grateful. We're just taking 1 minute. Just tune in. We're just going to take 1 minute break. Then we are coming. You can ask question concerning this Valentine, concerning love, and God is going to bless us. We are together with a counselor and a psychologist who is Julie, and she's a pastor as well. We are together with H.P. William, who is a pastor and a theologian by the grace of God. So come in, ask questions as we discuss more about this Valentine in Jesus' name. So you're just taking 1 minute break. Thank you so much. Then we are going to come in after 1 minute.
Uwe mwega, jitago Pastor Simon MK, Director, Good Home Supremacy. Hihi we landlord kana landlady, ni uligetwo uria ugwika ni kugio ni tenant aku mugitania rent kana angi makora na mbeca ciaku. Riu ndukamake ringi tondu ithuĩ Good Home Supremacy